So I'm about to get dressed. Just jumping right into this tonight. I'm about to get dressed and prepare for my virtual vision board party. And it's been a long day. Today we had our services for my aunt and from my husband's family side. And she was commemorated in a very beautiful and loving way. And the last conversation I had with her, she was like, girl, I'm going to tell you what you're doing is beautiful. I wish I had that kind of thing when I was a young girl. And the girls need what you got. And you just keep going. You just keep doing it. And I thought about canceling a couple of weeks ago when we got the news. But I was like, you know what? She would have wanted me to keep doing what it is I'm doing, because that's exactly what she said. And so tonight I'm going to host our virtual vision board party in my Period community via Facebook live and in the community, and we're going to do it on Google Meet. And it's going to be so fun. But I'm on here because I want to just basically give thanks, right? Give thanks for the mindset that I have to keep going, to keep pressing and pushing and doing the things that make me feel good, that light me up. Also to share this information with the community at large, because, the work that I'm doing is not just about selling moon cycle jewelry that I'm customizing, right? And because I have all of my jewelry down at the office right now, I don't have any in here to share at my home office, but which is called my calm room, right? So this is where I get all my downloads and good information. But the other side of the work that I'm doing is about reducing period poverty. And, there's a lot of great organizations out there doing so. But I think that one of the major components of being able to reduce period poverty or end period poverty, hashtag, right? Period poverty. I think that people are just concerned about people having access to resources and tools that will allow a person to not experience the lack of pads, tampons, things of that nature. People driving down my street and the dogs are going off. But anyway, people are not just in poverty for lack of resources and economic conditions. People are in poverty because of lack of information. And what I learned over the past 9 to 12 months was that a lot of people were missing the mark on how to experience their cycle and how to track their cycle and how to be aware of when their cycles were approaching. And a lot of times they would be caught off guard. And so my thoughts were like, yeah, okay, now if we could just get people to understand that part, we'd be good. And then we could link people with, resources at different organizations who offer products, right? Period products. And then when I started to look at the type of products that people were doing these drives and donation drives for, I realized that we were also going to be dealing with a sanitation issue. And not just a sanitation issue like people flushing stuff down the toilets and stuff like that, but landfill sanitation issues, because a lot of the chemicals and the way that those the sanitary items are processed, they take up a lot of landfill space, and they get back out into our waterways. They're not biodegradable, and they are causing a big part of our pollution. And so when I thought about that, I was like, what if we created a drive that initiated a space for individuals to get access to eco-friendly products, reusable products, sustainable products, biodegradable products. And so I started to look for women-owned companies specifically Black women-owned companies or women of color, to support this initiative. And I'm so excited to announce the organizations that we'll be working with over this first year's run of the work that we're doing. Not only will we be hosting and selling those products in our store, but we will retail store, but we'll also be utilizing these same companies to help us uplift our mission to make sure individuals in the community are not just getting access to products, but the type of products, because a lot of people are not aware of the chemicals and the bleaches and the chlorine and the fragrance and how that impacts our overall reproductive health and well-being, you know. And we have kind of separated menstruation from reproductive health, or that menstruation is just a art form that's all by itself. Now, you don't have to want to reproduce, but it's a part of your reproductive process. And so when we think about it, okay, yes, we have a cycle, then we have ovulation. And then if we do not have fertilization, then we go back to menstruation again. We know that cycle, right? But what we don't know a lot of times is the capacity of when we can become pregnant. And we want to make sure that we also help to identify those things, because we know that a lot of times when we look at women that we've worked with over the years that have had unplanned pregnancies, it was that they didn't know when they could become pregnant. And when we started to teach them about cycle tracking, they were like, oh my God, that's exactly how I got pregnant, because this is exactly when I had it, you know, had intercourse and became pregnant. So we're just finding a new solution. And maybe it's not new. Maybe there are others out here who are doing this same work or similar work, but we're driving this home, and we're hopeful that the community will come out and support and continue to uplift the work that we've already done in the past with training and education, and that this time the education that we provide and offer is something that is multi-generational, is sustainable, and is traditional. So I hope that you guys tap in, get tickets to attend our upcoming event on next Saturday. The weather here in Oklahoma is so fickle. It was 65 yesterday. Today it was 32. Right now it's about 22 degrees. So looking at the calendar, the weather map or whatnot is supposed to be in the 50s next week towards the event date. And I just hope you guys come out, bundle up. It's going to be warm. The heat work in there. Heat work good. It's a new installed building, so the heat is great in there. And we're going to have some good stuff in there for you guys. I can't wait for you to see the interactive timeline that I was so happy to create, and just getting the opportunity to install art from the community, to install art from my own mind, and to really allow the community to come in and know that this is a space specifically dedicated and open for administrators of all types, body types, identities, and all the things, because what we need is a place where we can feel connected. And if I can be a facilitator of that space, by all means, that's what my goal is. And yeah, my name is Rashonda Lou Grant. I'm a social entrepreneur looking to make an impact and a difference in the way that communities and women experience menstrual health awareness. All right. Love, light, liberation. Peace.